All right. Yeah, this is the little home video that sort of spawned the idea to I just thought, oh, it was so much fun. My daughter sent this to me. She says, oh, this was so much fun, Dad. You know, when we were just jumping on the trampoline together. And this is what spawned the idea in me. They're like, oh, I want to animate that because, animating a jump is just kind of fun anyway. And I thought, oh, it could be different types of jumps. It'd be fun doing it, remembering my girls. And so I thought, I'll just animate that and see how it goes and see if I enjoy it. And I ended up enjoying it so much that I've made, what, 4 more, I think, or 5 more. But, so let me pause that. So this is the animation file. This one has no bells and whistles. I never even took it into After Effects. This one is just straight out of Adobe Animate. The background I drew up in Photoshop, just because I like the softness of the brushes. Animate gives you a pretty ugly brush. You know, it's just a bit. It's like a drawing with a Sharpie. So I did the background with just in Photoshop with a quick, easy, soft brush. There's one layer, which basically there's a front to the trampoline. Just so when I have the trampoline flexing and the kids and me jump and go behind that front bar right there. Like that. And so this one is really, really quite simple. I did me first because I knew I was going to create the big indents in the trampoline, and then everyone else would work from that. So and I just silhouetted myself, and then if I look at the reference here, I just watched how sort of I jumped, and I was watching how the legs come up and down. Oh, that's my double bounce right there. Oh, look at that. That's hilarious. I never noticed it. All right, when I did the double bounce, watch Summer's face. Ah! That's freaking funny. I didn't notice that before. She just a scream of like, no, I'm about to go to the moon. My double bounce didn't work though. Anyway, so I'm gonna just show you here. I'll go in to my layer here. That's the, if I double click on that. So it's really simple. I just created 2 cycling loops. One is a side view, right, where there's a jump and then the legs come up, elbows kind of go up high, and then it's on a trampoline, you flex like this before you hit the trampoline. And by the time you're in the trampoline, you're straight-legged, which is kind of interesting. And then up you go, elbows go really high, and then they sort of drop in the air, right? And then I did that loop, which is just that. And then I did a front loop, which is same timing, but boy, this is so primitive looking, looks like a bowling pin. Anyway, elbows go up like that, then they still stay sort of bent like that, and then it comes down, hits, bounces back up. Man, it's really, if I even hit the onion skinning, you can kind of see, I gotta go into that layer. You can see the, the red and the blue are the frames before and frames after. I mean, it's such a blobby shape. I don't think I spent more than a day on this entire thing, just because I wasn't even trying to get the drawings to look good. I just was having fun with the idea. So then I just spaced it out. So I'll go sideways here, and then I'll go straight, and then I'll go sideways, and then in this layer is when I actually, let me turn that onion skinning off again. This is where I just moved myself. That's what these pink dots are. I just moved myself across the trampoline back and forth. But it's really just 2 cycles of me jumping, and then I move myself back and forth. With the girls, it's a little different. If I take Indy, for example, it's a lot more drawings. because she was such a fun little spaz, you know, but she would try to push off really hard, but she wouldn't get any air at all. So when you look at the reference, you can see her. Indy and Summer at this age, they look really, really similar. But Indy's this one right here. And she's, oh, wait, no, is that Indy? Yeah, they look so similar. I think that one is, yeah. I got it wrong, oh my gosh. Cut that out of the video. This Indy had the long hair like that. Anyway, she was just, you could see she would try so hard, but she'd never get anywhere off the ground. That's why she was so much fun to double bounce, because she would really fly. Sammy was just freaking, you know, little gymnast. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, with Indy's, you know, she's barely getting off the ground. And I made her super small and tiny, like she's a little teeny creature, just for the effect of making it fun. But also, I like the idea of her getting the big bounce up in the air, because she's barely getting any bounce, and then all of a sudden I do a double bounce and she goes freaking flying. Now I did the hair afterward. That's a separate layer. So if I turn off the hair, she actually just looks like a little person. I made the head way too small. Now look at this. She's got like adult proportions. Anyway, but it helps once I added that hair, and I can zoom in. All of it, it's really sort of messy and blobby. If I turn that onion skin off and on, you can kind of see the flow now of the hair and how it's tracing the body. Goes up and flares out and comes down. And these little scrappy drawings, these are like literally like 15 seconds of like next one, next one. I'm not thinking too precious about it. So, and then the hair really helps a lot, the whole motion. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, these are some of the, this is Adobe Animate. It's a very, very simple, easy tool to animate to. There's no bells and whistles. It's never made to be an animation tool, but I like it because it's that simple. And I don't have the options of like multiple brushes and all kinds of compositing features. I let After Effects kind of do the compositing, I don't have to noodle with the brushes. I only get really one. And then I use this gamepad right here that I've had maybe 8 or 9 of these over the course of a few decades. And they basically I just program the keys and I keep my right hand on that so I can go back and forth between brushes and tools and frames and cut, copy, paste and all that stuff without ever even looking at the keyboard. I just keep my hand right there, which makes the process just go nice and smooth and quick. Awesome. And yeah, that's the beginning of why I started doing some of these precious or perfect moments, because this one was really quite impactful for me when I saw that. And anyway, all good.